Wikipedia defines Easter eggs as decorated eggs usually used as gifts on the occasion of Easter, but it has also come to mean a hidden inside joke used in media. Today we're looking at the 7 best musical Easter eggs that I could come across, but before we do that, I want to remind you guys that my official merch line is available at shopsamuraiguitarist.com for a limited time. Over there you can get a shirt featuring the traditional guitar playing samurai design just like this one. There are also a number of different styles and colors. Anyways, enough of that, let's get into it. One of the most common ways of putting an Easter egg in a song is by way of backmasking. Someone records a line, it's then reversed and placed somewhere throughout the song. There are 2 specific examples of backmasking that stand out as my favorites. The Beatles were among the first to popularize this technique and used it frequently. For example, if you reverse the end of Strawberry Fields, you can clearly hear John Lennon sing "Cranberry Sauce." However, many conspiracy theorists insist that he actually said, "I buried Paul," which further fueled the myth that Paul McCartney had died in a car crash and was replaced by a lookalike. John has confirmed in interviews that he did in fact say cranberry sauce, though the tinfoil hat types would tell you he was lying. My other favorite example of backmasking is off of Weird Al's Bad Hair Day record on the song "I Remember Larry." Near the end of the song, you can hear some backwards lyrics that when reversed say, "Wow, you must have an awful lot of free time on your hands." Nice one, Al. Moving on, we have the amazing Easter egg that is the Rush song YYZ. Yes, that is how we pronounce the last letter of the alphabet up here, and also how Geddy Lee has introduced the song live. How about that? Anyways, if you're a fellow Canadian who's done some traveling, you've inevitably passed through Toronto's Lester B. Pearson Airport, whose airport code is YYZ. As a tribute to their hometown, Rush named this instrumental song after the local airport. And to take it even one step further, the main intro riff is YYZ in Morse code. Next up, we look to America's favorite family, The Simpsons, and Michael Jackson's appearance on the show. Nearly 30 years ago, in 1991, the 3rd season of the show debuted with an episode called Stark Raving Dad. In the episode, Homer is sent to a psychiatric ward where he meets Leon Kompowski, a man pretending to be the pop star Michael Jackson. The character was voiced by the real Michael Jackson, but because of contractual restrictions, he was credited as John J. Smith. And it wasn't until years later that the King of Pop was confirmed to have played the character. However, MJ's singing parts weren't sung by him, but were instead done by another vocalist. Why? Because Michael wanted to see if he could trick his brothers into thinking that the impersonator singing the parts was in fact him. Fun bonus fact, there was a follow-up episode planned where Leon Kompowski would have been voiced by Prince, but because of creative differences, it didn't end up happening. Next up, we look to a company who has recently been changing the guitar pedal game, Game Changer Audio. Not long ago, the company released its Plasma Distortion pedal, which somehow uses plasma, electricity, and magic to create an amazing fuzz sound. The technology is unlike any other drive pedal. I have no idea how it works, even though the creator has explained it to me multiple times. On the pedal itself, there is a picture of a dead bug, which you can also find as their Twitter and YouTube icons. What's up with this? Well, it stems from the inspiration for the pedal. The inventor was sitting on a porch in Buckhorn, Kentucky, sipping some whiskey late one night. As he sat there contemplating life, he watched bug after bug fly into an outdoor bug zapper. He wondered if he could use the same technology used in this fly extermination device in a guitar stomp box, and the idea for the plasma pedal was born. That image of a dead bug is a tribute to all the flies that lost their lives fighting the good fight in the battle for great guitar tone. In 1966, The Who were recording the song Happy Jack, and drummer Keith Moon, who was known for his hijinks, had been banned from the studio during recording. He would play pranks on his bandmates as they were recording vocals, causing them to break into laughter, ruining the take. And though he was exiled from the studio, he made a game out of trying to sneak back in. At the end of the song Happy Jack, you can clearly hear Pete Townsend yell, "I saw ya" at Keith as he tries to creep back into the studio unnoticed. This soundbite made its way into the final recording, and when the band would play it live, guitarist Pete Townsend would often yell, "I saw ya" just as the song ended. Moving on, we have maybe the most insane Easter egg in all of music, the computer program within Radiohead's OK Computer reissue. As part of the box set, the band released a cassette full of various Radiohead audio files. One of these tracks was called OK Computer Program. It was discovered by Redditor Accidental Sandwich that this track is an audio message designed to be fed into a vintage computer called a ZX Spectrum. Another Redditor was able to actually get it working. The program starts with a number of beeps and blips and then displays this message. Inside your computer are, it then goes on to list the band members as well as their graphic designer and producer. Dated December 16th, 1996, with all our love. That is a next level Easter egg. Well done, Radiohead. Last on our list for today is Blink-182's Alphabet Easter egg. Throughout the majority of their releases, Blink-182 has incorporated an alphabet theme. On their first demo, Fly Swatter, there's clearly an A on the cover. We can then look at the names of their subsequent albums. Their first studio release was named Buddha, B. Their next album was called Cheshire Cat, C, then Dude Ranch, followed by Enema of the State. They then came out with a live album called The Mark, Tom, and Travis Show, where we can see an F on the kick drum on the album cover. Their next record, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, you can see a G featured on the jacket of the album art. The next two albums, where we'd expect to see an H and I, deviate from this alphabetic pattern. However, we do see a J clearly featured on their 10th album, and then nothing for K on their newest release, California. Why did the band do this? Apparently it was all accidental up until after Enema of the State, when fans started pointing it out. They decided to run with it until I'm guessing they eventually lost interest, bringing it back for old time's sake on the J album. And there you have it, the 7 best musical Easter eggs according to me. If you've got some Easter eggs you want to let me know about, please hit me up in the comments. Thank you all for watching, and remember to swing by shopsamuraiguitarist.com to check out the traditional guitar playing samurai t-shirt just like the one I'm wearing. It's available for a limited time in a number of different styles and colors. I'll put up a link in the description. An extra big thank you to everyone who supports this channel through Patreon. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. I'm Samurai Guitarist, and until next time, I will see you again soon.